Hey buddies, welcome to Amass Games. My name is Simon, and today I'm going to tell you how to set up, play and review the game Star Wars Unlock the Escape game. Now this is probably the 10th box of Unlock that I've played. This is about the sort of the 27th or so odd unlocks, which is pretty much all of them. Very few that I haven't played at this moment in time. And as you'll notice, this is actually a borrow game, and I've only played these first two ones, but you'll get a very good gist of what it is that this is about. So just to let you know that Star Wars, owned by Disney, also owns Marvel. So if you want to check out videos with Marvel as well, we have lots of videos on the channel for Marvel Champions, amongst other things. And just to let you know that, by all means, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button. This is spoiler-free as well, just to let you know. Additionally, please hit, obviously, that subscribe notification bell if you haven't already. As well as that, please ensure that, you check out the comments and descriptions. By all means, I reply very quickly. So as I mentioned, this last one, this mission 3, the hardest mission one, I'll be doing tonight, in fact. So I'll see how that goes, and by all means, if you want to know how that goes, by all means, do ask. Now, aside from that, I'll talk to you about the other ones, which are kind of an easier level of difficulty and a medium level of difficulty, and this is supposedly the largest and heaviest difficulty. So there's a slight difference to the regular unlock. You have a tutorial, which is identical to the original one, which I don't think you really need to go through, but I might just kind of give you a bit of an example. And I'll also tell you, amongst other things, is it comes with an app, so it's a separate app to the original game, if you played any of the other unlocks, and you need your own app for this one, and it has an excellent soundtrack. I can't play the soundtrack. I'm sure I'm going to get copyright reasons if I start doing that. But what I do like straight off the bat is how good that is. So you're going to have something like this. You're going to have a deck of cards. You're going to hit the start timer on that app as well. And then you're going to hit start. You now have, for example, 10 minutes to do something. And in this instance, you have certain cards. You're going to need what those cards are. And then let's grab them. Okay, we need 35 and we need 11. So you're then going to put them to one side. Flip them. Okay, we have a code cylinder. We have this box. You might remember the box from other tutorials, but it still looks rather good. And let's just get familiar with it. So this kind of means you can combine stuff. So you combine this and this. So this code cylinder could go into this data screen. We could get this locked crate, and this code cylinder might work as well. We've got this kind of weird kind of machine as it's related to, and this exit door as well. So we could see what we want to do. So either we have this combination or this combination, a locked crate and a code cylinder. Well, the fact that it had this little light going on here, I hadn't initially noticed before, but that seems of interest. So if you combine, that's 46. If you look over here, we have card 46. You can always look through them and see the other sides. We do open it. It's telling us to discard these two cards. Now, there are other games which don't tell you to discard cards, so please check out the playlist for escape room games, mystery games, games like that, because there are lots of exit games which you'll also be doing more videos for as well. So in this instance, we have it open, so we've discarded those cards I mentioned. Now look closely at the picture. There are two interesting elements. This is two. Now, there's two interesting things. First, we've got this thing here, which looks like this, and we also have this number here, which looks number 19 or something like that. And it's number 16, so it's actually 16. So if you look at it, again, it's kind of a Star Wars kind of logo, kind of font or numbering. And here we have number 16. And of course, we've got this number over here. So we have a thing going on here. And we have 48, which doesn't work, but maybe there are other things behind that. We also have this machine here. So there's a wiring. Now, I mentioned I can't open the app and play it. I mean, I could have a mute, I guess. But if you happen to tie those things together, it can do various things, and maybe it's going to create a shape. And on that app, you're going to have to create certain things as well. Okay, so those are various things you have to be aware of. And of course, there's this exit door as well. And there's various color codes here. And those colors might, of course, be very important. And in this instance, when you kind of see the code, it's going to say it's relating to the positioning of them as well. So that's the tutorial. Let me talk to you about what I think of those earlier missions. So the first one, and again, on the back of the box, it kind of talks to you about what they're called. We have mission 1. And again, you've got cards like this, which I won't be showing the backs of, but you have cards like that. And a different thing compared to the other unlocks relates to the fact that you actually are given secret cards. So you have these kind of secret information cards. And from that, I might know something that someone else playing doesn't know. Now, this is a 1 to 6 player game. This particular version of Unlock is definitely better at like a 2 or 3. So whilst all you can have secret information, You definitely don't need these cards to figure out the answer. And in fact, for the third and most difficult supposedly mission, we're not even going to use them. Now, that first mission only took half an hour to complete, which is pretty quick for an unlock. Again, this is more of a junior kind of unlock, you might say, in a way. There is something, there might be one puzzle that you might have a few minutes thinking over, but nothing particularly long. And then that second, and what I really like about that first unlock is it so ties into the universe of Star Wars, particularly Episode 4. Loads of different things happen in Episode 4 which are in this. For example, AT-ATs or AT&Ts, those kind of things. Fantastic seeing them in and how you basically have to relate to that story. I think that's absolutely brilliant. The second one, I don't recall as much. There's some bits, but it's not as detailed. And as you can see, it looks a bit different. Again, you're now like a veteran pilot, and a very different veteran pilot cards you can play. Again, I'm not showing you the backs, but you could be one of these people, and you're thinking, well, I think we should be one of these people based on what we're doing. So in this instance, yeah, an unforeseen delay. So based on that information, you may want to pick what you want to be trying to use. Okay, and then in this particular one, there's some slight differences whereby on the backs of the cards, again, I'm showing the backs, there's some different symbols, and you think, oh, is that important or not? Well, I must admit, the very end of this game is brilliant. I really did enjoy the end part of it. Again, with that music going and stuff like that, it felt really good. There's one puzzle whereby you try and meta it and think, well, why would they show you that unless there's a reason? And I think it was not poorly done, but the reason I suggested, which is what we went with, wasn't the right thing to go for. It wasn't a negative. It was just, go somewhere else. So Escape to Hoth is the first one. And again, the one we're playing tonight is Secret Mission on Jeddah. You're an Imperial spy sent to infiltrate the holy city of Jeddah. An Imperial pilot transporting a crate of priceless cyber crystals crashed their Zeta-class cargo shuttle on the surface. You must retrieve the crate without alerting the rebel scum, Sorgera, or any of his lawless mercenaries on Jeddah. There's Imperial informant waiting for you on the surface with more details. Meanwhile, Imperial command orbits Jeddah in a Star Destroyer. They will then communications range and expect regular updates. So you're going to take these two cards. Our mission is to gather intel, maintain your cover story, and return or recover the cyber crystals. This turn, you're just going to select 3 of those advantage cards. Do not read them yet. Return the other ones to the box, and now reveal those 3 selected advantage cards. They may provide hints, clues, shortcuts, or other benefits. So this time, actually, it's a group thing. Before you had one each, and now this is what we're going to try and do with it. And it might be something like, make sure you do something in order. And so that could be something like that, which you might figure out anyway, but it might just give you a little hint. Interestingly, though, of course, one could be a negative, because it's like, well, based on this, why do you want to fly off to the far side of the galaxy? I don't know. Again, I haven't opened it. And equally, there might be things whereby, if you don't pick the card, I don't know if it is going to work. But again, you're going to flip it over, and I won't show you the back of this card because that, of course, isn't relevant. So I don't know why they haven't put a spoiler on the back of that deck. Very odd. But that has been Star Wars, and I must admit, it's nice. The step-by-step solutions is really good. Anything you go, oh, what happens if you happened to have done that instead? Then that's really good. Again, you've got this map here, which, again, you don't open it until you need to. So that's going to be relevant for that final mission. Again, very much looking forward to that final one. So in terms of my review for this game is a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Star Wars is something people may or may not like. I've watched the Star Wars films numerous times because I didn't really buy into how amazing it could be, or it is, whatever. But for this particular thing, I highly rate it. If you're not in Star Wars, like I said, like myself particularly, then I was really impressed with this. So yeah, those guys who I played it with, I think they just thought, oh, no, it's too easy. Now, again, I definitely knew they were mulling over bits, particularly on the middle one. And yeah, as long as you have a bit of thinking time and it's not too difficult, that might be for you. If you think, you're really good at all these escape games, it might be of interest. But I think these definitely had new things to it as well, as per all the other games. And yeah, the trouble with more players, again, if you're trying to find something hidden on a card, that first player might just grab and find it. So something to be aware of. Again, thanks very much for watching. All the best, and look forward to showing you on the next one. Bye then.